Welcome back, basketball fans. The NBA playoffs are a crucible where legends are born, dynasties fall, and the smallest twists of fate can alter the course of a season. Nowhere is that tension more alive than in Boston, where the Celtics, down 0-2 to the surging New York Knicks, find themselves in a desperate fight to stay alive in the second round. The pressure is sky high, the atmosphere is tense, and one major question is hanging over the TD Garden. Will Kristaps Porzingis, Boston's towering star, recover in time to tip the scales back in the Celtics' favor? Recent news may finally offer a glimmer of hope. Let's dive deep into the latest on Porzingis, the stakes for the Celtics, and what Game 3 might reveal about Boston's championship medal. The unfolding Porzingis saga. Kristaps Porzingis, Boston's marquee center, has spent weeks as a walking question mark. Since late in the regular season, Porzingis has battled an odd and little understood illness. Fans saw his explosiveness falter, his numbers dip, and his minutes shrink. Just 27 total minutes and 8 points across the first 2 games of the Knicks series, far below the level of impact he provided when healthy. But as desperate as the situation seemed, the Celtics coaching staff weren't ready to lose faith. Head coach Joe Mazzulla stepped up this week with a much-needed dose of transparency, announcing that the team has now pinpointed the cause of Porzingis' ailment and begun targeted treatment. While Mazzulla hasn't disclosed the details, he assured fans and media alike that Porzingis is being treated properly and responding well. For Celtics Nation, that's a crucial momentum swing. What Porzingis means to this Celtics squad. Porzingis was brought to Boston for one primary reason: to be the matchup nightmare that takes them from contender to champ. When he's fully healthy, Porzingis stretches the floor offensively, protects the rim, and gives Boston options unmatched by most NBA frontcourts. His ability to defend in space and punish small ball lineups has made him a centerpiece of Boston's identity this. Without him at full strength in this series, the Celtics' offensive spacing has shrunk, and their defense has struggled to contain New York's inside presence. It's not a coincidence that Boston blew big leads in both losses. They simply lost their rhythm and intimidation factor, 2 things Porzingis provides in abundance. Celtics challenge, must-win mode in New York entering Game 3 at Madison Square Garden. The sense of urgency for Boston couldn't be higher. The facts are brutal. Teams that fall behind 0-3 in an NBA playoff series almost never come back. But there's a silver. Boston actually led comfortably at points in both Games 1 and 2, only for execution and fatigue to let things slip away. The locker room message is: fix the mistakes, regain focus, and, above all, get a healthy Porzingis back on the floor. The Celtics know their window to repeat as champions doesn't stay open for this series, and perhaps their season, hangs by a thread. Outside noise and shocking predictions, Boston isn't just fighting the Knicks and their own health woes. The noise outside the locker room has reached a fever pitch. One former Celtics champion has gone so far as to say that Boston is done, a statement that stings, but one that the current roster may use as fuel. Meanwhile, the statistics aren't pretty. Jason Tatum, usually a playoff colossus, has seen his numbers shrink against New York, adding even more pressure for the rest of the roster to. But adversity is nothing new, and the city and its teams have built legacies on proving doubters wrong and turning crisis into Coach Mazzulla's big move, a ray of Mazzulla's announcement about Porzingis might turn out to be the lifeline Boston needs. Knowing the source of an illness, and not just fighting symptoms blindfolded, means the Celtics medical team can target their approach and accelerate his return to peak performance. Mazzulla's quiet confidence is contagious. As he put it, "We've figured out what's going on, and that's made a huge difference." Boston will need Porzingis not just available, but effective, to swing the series momentum and reclaim control. Looking ahead, the implication: all eyes now turn to Game 3, which shapes up as the most pivotal contest of the Celtics. Can Boston overcome back-to-back heartbreaks and find the grit to steal a game? Will Porzingis reclaim his place in the lineup and restore balance to both ends of the court? And can Jason Tatum and the supporting cast silence their critics with a signature? We'll learn a lot about this Celtics team in the next 48 minutes of basketball. About their resilience, their leadership, and whether they can still control their postseason. What do you think, Celtics? Is Porzingis' apparent recovery the spark Boston needs? Or is the hill just too steep this time around? Do you believe in a bounce back for Tatum? Or do the Knicks have Boston's number in this? Let's get your voice in the conversation. Drop your predictions, your passion, and your ideas for keys to a Celtics comeback in the comments below. And if you're loving these in-depth updates and want to stay ahead of every story, remember to like this video and subscribe for all the latest from Boston's playoff run. Every possession counts, and we'll be here for every dramatic twist. Stay with us. This is one postseason ride you won't want to miss.